Despite humanity's fascination for countless millennia, the Dead Sea is finally drying up, revealing its grim secrets from the past. One of the many signs of the worrying level of shrinking of the Dead Sea is the popping up of thousands of sinkholes all around its shores. Eerie remnants, primeval artifacts, or horrific creatures. Could these eerie revelations be a forewarning of the world's end? Or could the truth behind them be even more terrifying? Let's watch!
Dead Sea has a character, it has a personality. And I feel like that personality is dying.
As beautiful as the Dead Sea is, it is suffering severely to the droughts that have affected the area since 1960 and continues to afflict it. As a result, thousands of sinkholes have emerged across the region.
Besides, you can't go there because it's really dangerous because of the sinkhole and because of the sensitivity. You can sink it.
And offer a startling contrast to the waters. These sinkholes are lined with salt deposits due to the sea's high salinity, making them prone to, sadly, as much as environmentalists and conservationists are trying to keep this phenomenon from multiplying, they can hardly do anything, because it can only be stopped if climate change is brought under control. Crystal skull. Have you ever wondered what happens to an animal if it stays too long in the Dead Sea? Well, now you know. This antelope skull was found crystallized with white salt, which it had accumulated after being submerged in the water for a few months. While we're on the topic of sea salt, here's a dress you definitely don't see every day. This crystalline beauty was pulled straight from the salty waters of the Dead Sea. And that's exactly why it looks the way it does. An artist dipped this dancer's outfit deep into the Dead Sea, using heavy weights to keep it submerged, along with many of her other creations. The process took a little over 2 months for this one, while others took much longer, some even up to 2 years. It's pretty incredible how a sea that's often called lifeless can create such stunning beauty.
From the waters of the Dead Sea recently emerged the glistening, dripping form of a ballerina's tutu.
Dead Sea Scrolls. Ever heard the saying, history hides in the dust? That's exactly what's happening in the Judean desert. The archaeologists are in a race against thieves to explore caves and find ancient treasures. In the Cave of Horror, which got its name from the discovery of 40 skeletons 60 years ago, recent finds include biblical text fragments dating back 2,000 years and a 10,000-year-old basket, the oldest ever found. These artifacts, concealed during the Bar Kokhba revolt, provided new insights into ancient Jewish life. Now, the experts are hoping these findings will reveal more secrets about human history. Mummified crocs. Old bones tell new tales, and this one was rewriting the history of crocodiles. In central west Queensland, paleontologists uncovered a fossilized crocodile that shook up the understanding of evolution. The experts from the University of Queensland led a 5-year dig to piece together this ancient croc skeleton. While the initial find was scattered, the experts carefully prepared the bones with specific tools. After 2.5 years of detailed work, this discovery suggested crocodiles might have originated in Australia, not Europe, or North America as previously thought. Massive thigh bone. In 2019, some scientists in France found a huge dinosaur thigh bone from the late Jurassic period. It was over 140 million years old. They thought it belonged to a massive sauropod. You know, one of those long-necked plant-eating dinos like Brachiosaurus. Crazy, right? The bone was found in southwestern France, and it was in really good condition. They had found heaps of dinosaur fossils in that area since 2010. Over 7,500 of them from more than 40 different species. It's like a dino gold mine over there. As the bone joined the rest of the ancient stuff, it made us remember that old giants never really disappeared, still making us amazed and curious about our prehistoric past. Ancient tombs. History sometimes spills its secrets where we least expect it. Recently, archaeologists stumbled upon more than 100 tombs in the Nile Delta, and around 68 of them date back to the late pre-dynastic period. when Egypt was split into upper and lower regions. The tombs include those from Nakatana, the third culture, after Egypt's unification, and others dating back to the Middle to New Kingdom eras, when the Has dynasty ruled. Interestingly, some of the pre-dynastic graves were oval-shaped, which was unusual for that time, and a few contain infants buried in jars. As researchers continue to explore, this site provides a bone-chilling look into Egypt's past. Ramses II Era Burial Cave. A team of Israeli archaeologists stumbled upon a jaw-dropping discovery in the Pouchemon Beach National Park, Israel. An ancient tomb containing all kinds of treasures was unearthed. During this period, the land of Israel was under the control of Egypt's 19th dynasty and its legendary pharaoh Ramses II. The burial cave was filled with dozens of pottery pieces and bronze artifacts arranged ceremonially across the rock floor. Experts are positive that further research into the cave will lead to major breakthroughs in understanding the practices and norms of the era. Egyptian and German archaeologists discovered a quartzite statue near the ancient city of Heliopolis, Egypt. This giant 8-meter statue was believed to be of Pharaoh Ramses II, who ruled Egypt over 3,000 years ago. It was found submerged in groundwater in a Cairo slum. Since Ramses II built the Sun Temple in Heliopolis, experts think the statue likely represents him. The team is now working to extract and restore the statue. If confirmed authentic, they were to be placed at the entrance of the Grand Egyptian Museum. Gold in the Euphrates. Recently, videos surfaced that showed gold scattered like pebbles around the drying riverbed of the Euphrates River. Sound exciting? Well, it's not if you listen to this. According to the Islamic prophecies, this would happen near the end of the world. The river would dry up and it would reveal the mountain of gold beneath it, and that would cause disaster among nations. While skeptics argued it could be due to drought and the bad water policies of neighboring countries. But the sight of miners easily collecting gold had left many wondering if this prophecy is coming true, and what it might mean for the future. Perhaps it's a sign that we should tread carefully. Ivories in Jerusalem. A few years ago, an excavation in a parking lot in Jerusalem uncovered a bunch of old ivory fragments, leaving experts thrilled. According to the Bible, these pieces are evidence of the First Temple period in Jerusalem. Experts believe that the ivory plaques were likely part of the inlaid work on a bed inside a palace built during the First Temple period. Somewhere between 1200 and 586 BC, researchers believe that discoveries like this help validate the stories and text from the Bible. Prehistoric boat. Back in 2015, a massive drought in Thailand revealed an impressive 1,000-year-old boat. And although it has been submerged in water for a long time, it was surprisingly well preserved. The prehistoric vessel was found broken and was pieced together using ancient Arab techniques. It even came with trinkets, ancient pottery, and other remnants of its once sea crew. Experts believe that it is one of the best archaeological discoveries in the area. The boat has since been taken into custody by the authorities that plan to display it in a museum after complete restoration. Lonely tree! If you were to look out to the Dead Sea using a pair of binoculars, you'll see nothing but water, except a hint of a tree standing all by itself in the middle of the sea. You might wonder how a tree could survive in a water body that is so saturated in salt, making it impossible for most living things to survive. And before you start speculating, let me tell you, it's actually an art installation. An artist planted this tree in a desolate area to symbolize life. If left unattended, the tree wouldn't survive. So the artist frequently visited to nourish it with the needed nutrients. City of Nimrod. The magnificent remains of a civilization were recently discovered, showing off a variety of ancient relics and massive statues. First excavated by a British explorer back in 1840, the ancient city of Nimrod drew hordes of archaeologists from all around the world. the city's beauty lies in its huge monuments and winged gatekeeper sculptures. But wait till you see the palace of King Assyria, whose walls are inscribed with a mysterious language that researchers have been working hard to decode. Discovered in northern Iraq, the city dates back to 800 BC and has been the target of many attacks.
Maybe some person attacked it and destroyed it.
But remains standing as a testament to the glory and splendor of its time. Ancient war zone.
They're just finding bone after bone after bone. Thousands of bones.
A horrifying discovery in northeast Germany rocked the world of archaeology as scientists dug out several human bones scattered and submerged in stone. After excavation, they took the remains for study as they were expecting them to be a few centuries old. But to their surprise, these bones dated back to at least 2,000 years. But that's not the only thing they found. Among the massive pile of bones were tools, trinkets, and other relics. Hundreds of them, giving us a glimpse of ancient war zones.
It could be our first proof of a battle of this size and complexity anywhere on the Earth.
And scientists believe this is the first ancient battle zone they have discovered of such a huge size and complexity, and hope to find more about this ancient civilization.
Virtually no women or children here. Over 90% of the bones have been identified as male.
Fallen angels. When myths meet reality, things can get seriously terrifying. A video making the rounds on the internet claims to capture something truly terrifying. Sounds of what some believe to be the screams of fallen angels. It was allegedly recorded at the drying Euphrates River. As the water receded, archaeologists reportedly stumbled upon a pit where these noises were heard, sparking wild theories online. While some were convinced this is proof of the biblical beings trapped beneath, others argued it was just a cleverly edited video. Whatever the case, it's a reminder that some mysteries are better left undisturbed. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.